continuation of TGIF is here.
TGIF.
Is
oh my
here.
gosh,
Thank God it's Saturday.
Yes.
I'm just used to TGIF.
Exactly.
Still.
I only thank God
How
for
many
Friday.
years later?
So it's weird thanking God for Saturday.
Yes.
But it's all right.
Thank you,
this
Daniel.
is
Daniel's
Box Office
backseat
Showdown, as explained by our live studio audience. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're all also on YouTube watching this show to bring our views up. So do that now.
We're doing good.
Just kidding. No, we're doing
Jezzer
good.
said we're doing great.
Oh, thank you, Jezzer.
And obviously, of course, it's not really nice for the East Coasters. I'm very sorry because I know your pain. When I go back home, back east, I'm like, fuck, you guys shoot really late.
Right.
And you know what? I stay up. I'm like, I'm going to take a shot of espresso. I'm going to take a shot of Red Bull. And I'm going to watch these people because they're so entertaining.
Exactly.
See?
Oh, look at that. See? This looks like it's like a peep. Suddenly it's like paper.
But anyway, yes, it's me and my co-host for the month of March.
Yes, co-host of the month.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe he should just join the show permanently.
Well, there you go.
You know,
just be like,
whatever.
hi, Justin.
Justin's over here at South by Southwest. I hate him.
Sadly, we miss him. We miss him. But maybe we don't. Maybe we don't.
I don't miss him this week because I hate him this week.
Oh.
But hey, we have people here in the chat. They're ready to talk about film news. We're gonna talk about the Aladdin trailer, the pros and cons of doing live action reboots, whether that's from video games to live action or from anime to live action or animated, properties
Disney films to live action.
And then we're going to be pitching
our
reboots.
Own reboots.
We're going to be doing fan casting, what we think should be the next live action adaptation. And if you guys know me and my fan casting, who am I going to pick this time? Will it be John Hamm in here? Will it be Idris Elba? Who knows?
Idris Elba is already booked. He is booked and busy. He cannot join your dream cast.
If I was a casting agent, they will be number 1 and 2 on my list. Okay? So that's what we're gonna be doing.
I'm gonna need to hear that. I want to hear how they fit into your fan cast right now.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's jump in. Let's just dive right into here. Now the middle of the week. I don't know. Wednesday, Thursday. I just started a new job, so I'm like, what are days? Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Do you know when this Aladdin trailer was debuted?
I do not. It was. You know what? It was like 2 days ago.
Okay, about a couple days ago, the 3rd or 4th trailer for the Aladdin film.
It was like the first real trailer, let's be honest.
Really?
There was like a teaser. This is the first real trailer with real footage.
I thought they did a full trailer after the teaser.
They did.
Because that's when people were bitching about Will Smith.
People were just bitching about Will Smith because that's all they got.
Yeah.
That's all they had. Okay. But now this trailer was also full of Will Smith. They were like, we will show you how much you love Will Smith. Because we know you forgot after the blue genie came to haunt our dreams.
Blue characters were not having a good time like 2 weeks ago.
No, they were not.
No.
So this time we actually got a full trailer and a real Will Smith.
Yes.
So we learned that the genie goes from being blue. I guess that was maybe Aladdin's first wish. Please stop being this horrifying shade of blue. And go
Which is not Will Smith's fault, people. It is not.
It's not Will Smith's fault. He did not make that choice. So then
take us through this trailer. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen it. I don't have a huge interest in watching this film.
You've seen the original Aladdin though, right?
I saw the original Aladdin. It's not my favorite Disney animated film. Actually, my favorite Disney animated film is Cinderella. Oh, and they've done a lot of great adaptations. Ever After is my most favorite adaptation.
Ever After's so good.
Of Cinderella. But Aladdin's probably like in the top 5, maybe top 10.
All right. So we've already gotten some people mentioning that apparently it was Monday around The Bachelor. Thank you. I have no sense of days either. We have some people saying they didn't like the trailer, but simultaneously it was much better. It was so much better than the teaser. It was so much better. But I will admit, I wasn't in love with the trailer.
Okay.
But if you've seen the original, it was kind of like that. Okay. But live action. Yeah. So basically, you get a bit of one jump ahead. But he doesn't sing one jump ahead. So from the right off the bat, betrayal. Betrayal! I was like, he didn't start singing.
She feels betrayed.
Anyway, so just the music.
Okay.
Just the music.
I will only watch this movie for Will Smith, okay?
Yes.
Let's just get that down.
And then we get Blue Genie. He's blue when he comes out, when Aladdin rubs the lamp. Blue Genie comes out, says he can give him 3 wishes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. We're going to get flagged again for being inappropriate.
That's what she said. That's not.
That's the inappropriate flagging.
Go ahead. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. You're forgiven. He rubs the lamp. Genie comes out, says he's got 3 wishes. His first wish, presumably, is to become a prince. Or he says, make me a prince.
Right.
Genie's like, oh, well, I mean, I could make you a prince. Here's some light, ho yay, if you will. Aladdin's like, no, I am straight. I want to be a prince myself so that I can win over Jasmine. Thank you. So then we've got, like, Genie being, like, wingman. Right, sending Aladdin to Jasmine.
Hitch
in Agrabah. Yes, and then we've got that's all. We all get a little bit of A Friend Like Me. So he does sing a little bit of that, and then we get a little bit of Whole New World when he's like, I thought princesses could do anything because I don't know anything about princesses, and then she's like, not this princess, and also not any princess because we are all living in glass cages. Patriarchy. So,
yes, queen. Yes.
So then he takes her on a magic carpet ride, and they sing a couple bars of A Whole New World.
Okay.
And that is all I remember from that trailer. I'm pretty sure that's all that happened.
Now, there is controversy because in one of these scenes in the trailer...
There's so much controversy.
They're doing, I think it's either a Bollywood dance or about a Bollywood whole thing. Yeah. And obviously... Arabs is not the same thing as Indian people.
But we're already confused because Aladdin is Arab. And Jafar is Arab, and Jasmine is 1/4 Indian.
Yeah, but those are the actors,
right?
So what are they trying to portray?
We don't know. They don't know what they're trying to portray, and that's the issue. Yes.
Yeah. But Agrabah is not based. You know, Agrabah's.
It's not a real place.
No, we know, yeah.
Yes, no,
yeah, we know that. So is it like a
Exactly. It's not, so to begin with...
Is it just a mishmash of cultures like America is a melting pot, right?
It's an Orientalist fantasy.
Okay.
From a French person who decided to add it into 1,000 Days, 1,000 Nights.
But my point is it ignorance or is it just trying to be portrayed as a melting pot like America is? Because it's a fake place.
It's a fake
obviously.
Place. I would say because first off, it's not like it's coming from.
The story originated in China.
Yep. Right.
Right.
Not a Middle Eastern story.
No, but a Frenchman wrote it.
Yeah, a Frenchman wrote it.
Well, yeah, anyway. The story did originate in China.
I'm pretty sure it originated out of ignorance. It started in ignorance. Yes. And I think that just in terms of the sense of just like, like, look at Beauty and the Beast, right? Yes, that's obviously not based on a true story. But the specificity of Paris, of France, of the plague. Like, we got, like, real historical events in Beauty and the Beast that they then portrayed in a fantastical way. But you know where they are. Yeah. Yeah. And that's not the case at all in Aladdin.
No,
because they don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're like, where is this? I don't know.
Because that's been the real hard subject of debate ever since this live action adaptation has been announced. And, we're in this new age and, people want to be... people want to be represented in a certain way.
Our studio audience had very
people
strong
want to be
feelings.
Represented in a different way. Yeah. And of course, when we're doing animated features, you have, and comics, you have the ability to do anything. But once you're doing like a live action adaptation, especially in the 21st century, it's just like, okay, you have to have a clear focus. You have to tell people exactly what you're doing and what your message is.
Right.
But for me, I'm just gonna take it as this is just a melting pot of cultures, because I don't think that Disney is this ignorant. I don't think they would purposely do anything like this, because I think they were one of the first companies to actually show like gay relationships and stuff on television, and they really, really pioneered certain groups of people on television, on film. So I think that's how I'm just going to take it at this point. I think
so you're going to take it in good faith.
I'm taking it in good faith. I think if you think of Agrabah as a melting pot of cultures, like America is, then that's how you should take it.
I accept how you're going to take it.
What if you're a cosplayer with low IQ?
I will take it that way. I'll take it as cosplay with low IQ.
But honestly, if we think about like Black Panther and the different accents they may have in Wakanda, it may be like an Ethiopian accent or a different kind.
But like, how many of those actors that were put in the forefront were actually only 1/4 Black?
I don't think much.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because Jasmine is like one of the first and only, really, either Middle Eastern or Indian, because again, no one knows. No one ever knew heroines that people have, and it's animated, and then to bring it to live action, and I love Naomi Scott. I think she's great. But to cast That sounded like you did not love her. It's unrelated.
But to her credit, I feel like, whether she's a quarter Indian or whatever, and as somebody who's like multiracial, like you want to see yourself represented no matter what part's being represented. So the fact that you're like, oh, she's just a quarter Indian, so she shouldn't see herself represented.
Well, no, but that's the thing. She has been represented in many other films. She does other films, and
many other.
Well, but
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
One film.
She's got other films other than Power Rangers.
But her ethnicity did not define her.
Well, no,
in that
exactly,
film.
exactly. Her ethnicity did not define her in that film.
But this is a film that will define ethnicity and your location and where you're at and who you are.
So I think that to be the Princess of Agrabah, it would be nice if we had cast,
No, of course, and I'm not trying to like say, oh, fuck it, yeah, brown is brown, or as a famous person would say, or like the Middle Eastern actresses, whatever. But I'm just very sensitive to that kind of thing because I know how.
Boseman's not African.
Huh?
Chadwick Boseman's not African.
He's Wakandan. Okay.
I know he's black.
No,
he's
but that's the thing.
African-American.
That's the thing. Yeah, but he is black.
African descent. But Wakanda's not a real place.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but
I know.
that's what
But
we're saying.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about colorism, not not nationalism, or not. We're not talking about ethnicity. We're talking about colorism. Yeah.
So that's just my thing. I think I don't know how to say this. So there are different nationalities, like the actors. We're talking about the actors themselves, not the characters. There are Arabs. There are Indian people. So that's why I'm saying just think of this film as a melting pot of people. Agrabah is a melting pot country like America is. We don't say America should just be white people and fuck it, all American films should be all white people films, right?
Right.
So there you go.
Well, yeah. So
I mean, that's where I'm at. But not to say like it should have been a Middle Eastern
Andy is very upset about
darker
this.
complexion.
He just learned Wakanda is not real.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Andy. Wakanda's not real. And neither is Agrabah. But that's the thing. Like right. I mean, so I would hope that we're gonna get to see like at least them really trying to make Agrabah a real place.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying what.
If Captain America was played by somebody from England, is that a problem?
That's literally why Sebastian Stan did not get the role of Captain America, isn't it? He was up for
He's
Captain
not
America,
English.
but he's Romanian. He's Romanian.
But Sebastian Stan wasn't even in the top 5. But I'm just curious.
I think Captain America really stands for the ideals of the all-American person.
Yes.
So if you're living in this country, even as an immigrant, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger could be Captain America.
Right.
Because
It's
he loves
representing-
America.
yeah,
He's very
representing.
patriotic. He would have morals or whatever.
But at the end of the day, that wasn't the case. An American played Captain America.
Arnold represents his country as a foreigner,
Yes.
as governor of a United States.
Yes. And he loves America, and you see that. Yes. So he stands for what's right. That's what Captain America is. Captain America's like, oh, I'm an American, and I was born here, and that's why I should be Captain America.
Right.
That's
But again,
not
like
what
that's
defines
but again
his
that's like
character.
about nationality. And Agrabah isn't a real place. We don't need an Agraban to play.
You can't pick this apart because so many American roles are portrayed by Canadians and
British.
Batman was
period.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
We should just
No, get out of here. All right, let's
anyway,
move on to the.
that's not the
we're gonna have another show after this, impromptu after
And then
show where we're gonna get the bigger
people
cast
can debate
here.
all of this.
So stick around for that. But next, let's move on to the pros and cons of live action reboots. So we're talking about like whether it's gonna be gaming to live action, a la Tomb Raider, a la Assassin's Creed, or anime, a la Avatar: The Last
Airbender. Yeah.
or cartoons.
What is happening? What? What is this disrespect?
Nah, it's okay. We have the peanut gallery here. That's why you guys love us.
Because of the peanut gallery.
All right, I will start off. All right, the pros of a live action reboot.
Okay, yes, tell me.
Let's talk about
What
that.
is the pro?
Damn it.
Nostalgia.
Okay, so you're reading a comic, right? You're watching an animated show. Let's use for example Archer, because it's gonna be my favorite person who has been fan casted in this role for forever. People talk about Archer, right? Turning out to a live action adaptation. Then they think of John Hamm.
Of course.
Okay?
Who else?
Perfect. Perfect casting. So these are like actors that you kind of want to see take a different kind of role, a different kind of direction in that role. You
What
actually
about a role that people actually care about? Nobody cares about that role.
Okay, people care about Archer.
Archer's one of the most
I
popular
don't
shows
even
in
watch
FX.
Archer, and I care about Archer.
Anna, who watches FX? Who watches
Anna!
FX?
Everyone who watches American Horror Story, any Ryan Murphy show.
Yeah.
watches
This is
that
not
on FX.
quite a
Archer.
showdown. We're not going to have a
They
showdown
watch
over
that
this.
shit on Netflix
But-
a season later.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yes, moving on.
So you're saying live action reboots are great because you get to see your favorite actors
You can see
in
your favorite actors
roles.
in your favorite roles.
Okay, that's an interesting
And then
perspective.
animated, you can see
Yeah.
like the world come to life, and that's why we're seeing that in the Disney live action adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in their case, I think they kind of want to show off technology and
Yeah.
and like for the Lion King, for example,
Mm-hmm.
they want these actors like Idris Elba. How convenient! Idris and Donnie.
the only fan cast ever. The only valid
Yes.
fan cast.
And yeah, of course, this is like, oh well, Disney's doing this to pilfer more money off of people.
Yes, that's a con. That's a con. We lose
but you
more
think
money.
that's a con?
A con says we lose money because we're watching the same movie twice.
But that's a pro for them.
Well, it's a pro for them. It's a con for us.
But why do you think that's a con for you? Because you're going to go see the movie. So isn't that a pro for you because you have an interest to see a live adaptation?
No, it's because I feel obligated to see it. I feel like I have an obligation to my childhood to see these films, but really, I don't think they need to be messed with.
Is a perfect example.
Of-
Which, yes, of
Then
having
that's
a
different
animated-
perspective. That's a
No, animated to live action.
Yeah.
Like with Angelina Jolie. She embodied Maleficent. And obviously it's getting a sequel because it made so much money.
right. But like the reason why Maleficent is like a good example for me is because it's a different look into that world. Like it's live action. You get to see Angelina Jolie as Maleficent. Well,
Are you kidding me?
What?
Haven't you watched Planet of the Apes?
Yeah,
You
yes.
don't think we have the
But
technology?
but that's like you have actors that's like portraying the ape, and you like basing it on their facial expressions.
Right.
Like, what's the actor playing Mufasa? What facial expressions are you basing it off of?
I mean, that's CGI characters still. I mean,
No, I'm just saying,
do
like, the humanity-
but
like,
do
the
we know that
humanity
they
of the
did not do
animals.
mocap for this?
I don't know. Did they? Did they do mocap for Lion King? Because based on the trailer, I would not think
Can
they
you
did.
check that if they
Because
did
just based on the
mocap?
trailer, I thought there was less life in those
Because obviously we saw like Benedict Cumberbatch did mocap for Lord of the Rings. Forgot the
for Smaug.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smaug.
for Smaug.
Yeah.
So,
but like that's the thing, like when you have like that, when you like really can see the life in the expressions, because that's what's so great about Lion King is like they're animals, but you really feel them as humans.
Also, I
know?
think like for Lion King, you can see the perspective of Africa and the landscape and how beautiful it's gonna be, and the CG.
And how was that done?
It's not considered mocap.
Okay.
So it's probably it's not considered
CGI.
it's CGI.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, if it was gonna be mocap,
But that was really good. If you saw Jungle Book, like the facial expression, like when Disney puts out a product though, you can't deny that it's gonna be really effing good. You know,
is it always gonna be really?
Well,
effing
I
good?
mean, like
like
visuals.
Nutcracker, Nutcracker. Okay, yeah. So sure,
visuals,
visually, yes.
yeah, visually, they're great.
I just feel like the human element, like for example, like if there was a way to do the way that the live stage of like Broadway Lion King was done, like obviously that would be really weird on film, but like that's where you get to see like a whole new dimension with like people as the animals.
But also, you gotta
know?
think this is
It's
not
racist if
this
they
is.
don't cast a lion.
But you guys also have to think this is not
That's
made.
not racist.
This is not made for our generation.
Right.
This is made for the new generation, for the new people. For it's not for any of us that are sitting here because we're okay. Maybe Toku Kid because
It's
like
for Toku
10.
Kid because he's a child.
Yes,
He's a kid.
he's
a
a
Toku
child.
kid.
Well, we're not that old. We're not that old. We swear. But it's their way. It's their generation to see CGI. The world of iPhones and technology. This is their animation is CGI.
And also, yes, Beyonce. Lion King does have
Stop, let's
Beyonce
go
going for it, and that's the pro.
Hey guys, just
That's
wanted
the
to
pro.
stop in here and say
Yeah.
that let's not forget the fact that Beyonce will be on the film.
That
So
is really the reason
counts
for it to
everything
exist.
now.
That's
If
the reason
that's
for it
not
to
because
exist.
All
Beyonce,
praises to the queen.
Beyonce does not know how to speak well. Number one. Oh, here we go.
Hitting below the knee.
Wow. That
Having-
sounds
Are
like
they
a
gonna
bit of
sing?
toxic-
Are they gonna
That
sing
sounds
in
kinda
this
toxic,
in
if
this
you
Lion
ask me.
King?
Female toxicity.
I don't know. Female
Are they
toxicity,
gonna
if
sing
you ask
right?
me, I don't know.
So you hate
Suddenly-
women.
You hate
You
women
hate
now.
female
You know,
singers.
last time I checked, Dreamgirls did an amazing job.
And she was
Okay?
great in
I need
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls.
She was great in Dreamgirls. Listen is literally my favorite Beyonce song.
She wasn't even nominated for anything because the way she speaks in her cadence is like That's the least thing I'm excited for. Okay.
Anyway.
Did they put a ring on it?
Anyway.
But do you have a pros and cons to live action reboots?
I mean, I agree with your pro. I just think that the con is just like, it's like, it can be lazy, and it has been in the past. Like, Beauty and the Beast is literally just Beauty and the Beast, but with like an extra song that nobody remembers because it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And also like a weird, my mother died in the plague subplot.
But how do you reintroduce those classic stories to a new generation then?
CGI.
Update,
what
exactly.
you're doing
Yeah,
right now,
like
the
do
live
a
actions, the reboots.
Well, no, well, it's not like do a Pixar version of like a Pixar animated version of the Disney film. You know,
But
like
Pixar is Disney.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like the quality of that, like the kind of animation that they put out. Like what I'm saying.
But
Like,
I think
I
that's
don't think
what
that's
the Lion
necessary.
King is. I think that's
Sure.
what they've been showing us right now. And like I said, like this generation is all about CGI and iPhones and Snapchat and whatever. And when we were growing up, it was about hand-drawn animation.
Well, yeah, people still love
computer
animation. You know, like people love Spider-Verse. You know.
Sure, people like Spider-Verse, but that was a different kind of animation than what we
Right.
grew up with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a different kind of animation. I just think that like a lot of times when you do the live action, it's like live action and then CGI,
Yeah.
right? And so then like I think that there's some stories that you don't need to like try to make live action.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna really make it live
No,
action.
for sure.
You know?
And let me just be clear. I don't like this trend that Disney is doing with just doing a live adaptation of everything that they
What
have.
are you looking at right now? What is happening?
And somebody said, Andy says, I think a script is being for Disney's Pinocchio, but he also thinks that some live action has already been done. No, Blackwing does.
How many snaps has Damon Wayans?
Pinocchio is gonna be like the happy Anastasia.
Oh, they
Like-
did one. JTT was in it.
So they did a live
It
action.
has happened before, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it has happened before.
Okay. Red Blue Blur says, oh God, the last Airbender and Dragon Ball Evolution.
Terrible
are the horror.
times.
The
The darkest of times.
Terrible,
The darkest of times.
terrible times.
Also, don't forget Death Note.
Oh my.
Please
Well,
don't
that
forget.
wasn't
That was
bad.
terrible. That
Also,
was
I didn't watch the
terrible.
anime of Death Note, so I'm not going to really comment on that. But let's roll into our final battle here.
Oh my God. Are we
I'm
already
so
here?
excited.
Are we already here?
I'm so excited. I'm so
Oh
excited.
God.
Can the peanut gallery please calm down? We're pitching here.
All right, pitch.
All right, we're going into our hashtag reboot. So we are going to pitch what should be the next live action adaptation in Hollywood.
Okay, go.
Okay, and I feel like you stole it from me.
I didn't mean to steal from you. I just had no idea that we had already pitched it. We have the same show, okay? I'll just have a backup show. I have a backup
We have
show.
the same show.
Okay, because
That's
Sailor
not
Moon
the
needs a
reveal
live
I
action
wanted.
reboot.
That's not the reveal I wanted.
You failed.
I'm
You
gonna
failed.
wait.
Jezzer failed this.
This
time.
is the reveal
There
I wanted.
we go. There we go.
That's the reveal I wanted. Sailor Moon, very, very surprised that this hasn't been, I guess, publicly in development. I know that over the years they've kind of pitched American version. I just showed Daniel like a pitch
So
that
you
they
want
did.
an American version? That's
No,
what's
I'm not
happening.
saying that. I'm saying I want a live action version
you
of
want a
that.
live
I
action
wouldn't
version.
mind seeing it. Something that's not tied to an existing like
Toxic
live
masculinity.
action franchise.
Coming my way.
I'm just talking about the original.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Something that's not tied to Marvel and DC.
Thank you, Blackwing.
That's defined as a superhero franchise. That's not defined to a major company like Marvel or DC. So I have like a Sailor Moon property. It's probably not the same as Tottie's over here, but she's gonna tell you what she's also gonna pitch, which is
Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon 2.0. Season 2, Pretty and Guardian Sailor Moon. Okay.
yes, we do know that Sailor Moon did have a live action show in
And
Japan.
it was amazing. Look at these different hair colors and
Yes.
how they were literally wigs. So they took them off when they were themselves. And that is why you couldn't tell that they were the same person.
So they Clark Kented up.
Yes. It was better than Samran. A better idea than Samran.
Yes.
Put on a wig, and then no
Yes.
one will be able to tell.
Emmanuel, that whole series, sophomore reboots. That's what Sailor Moon is.
Okay, so
All right, so let's stop.
Emmanuel does Sailor Moon.
All right, let's stop for a minute because we're going to go into our pitches here, so
Yes.
we don't want to ruin the train of
Okay.
thought. So I'm going to let Toddy go first.
okay, well basically I want Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, but obviously those girls are too old now. So I want Kaya Kiyohara, who was in the Netflix show Switched, although really it's not a Netflix show. It's a Japanese drama called Switched that you can see on Netflix as Usagi. Obviously, she puts on the wig with the cute little buns, blonde buns.
Meatball head.
Yes, meatball
Usagi,
head.
also known as Serena in that.
Serena,
American
yes. If you watch the
adaptation.
American version because you're weak, then she is known as Serena. And the thing is, like, I really want it to be the way that Pretty Guardian was, but like a series. So not a film, but like a TV series. And so you get to go into the backstories of all the girls. Like, you have like an episode for each girl to really delve into where they came from.
Okay.
And then we obviously have to have the whole drawn out like telenovela plot with Mamoru and Usagi, which is Darien and Usagi and Serena.
Wait,
Yes.
what is his name in the
Is it
Japanese
Darien
version?
or is it Darien? It's Darien or Darien?
No, it's Darien in the American adaptation.
Yes.
I forgot what it is.
Mamoru. It's Mamoru in the in the
okay.
Japanese version. Yes. And so you got to have that whole. No, it wouldn't be whitewashed Tyree because it would be made in Japan. It has to be made in Japan. If it's not made in Japan, I don't want it.
Also, that's a whole other thing, which we'll comment later on.
And I know that like, and that's the thing. It's like because like even in Japan, when they get like if they got an American adaptation of it and like Scarlett Johansson was playing Usagi, they would be like great because that just means it's being more well known. They don't care because they get their representation in Japan.
They whitewash their own.
Well, they whitewash their own, but aside from that, they're all Japanese, so you know they're getting their Japanese representation. It's for the it's for Asian Americans and you know Asian like diaspora if you want to call it that, whatever you know that you'd want to have a fully Asian cast for it. So yes, basically I just want to have like a remake of season 1 because it's the greatest season, and then from there the creator can go the direction that they see.
Season 1 Crystal, the original series from Viz Media, or the comic?
Well,
or the manga, I mean.
Yeah, I was gonna say Crystal was really an adaptation of the manga.
Right.
So, and I actually really liked the manga like a lot more when I was younger. But for example, there's like that scene where she's like asleep after the ball, and he comes and kisses her, and I thought that was super romantic when I was 10, and now I'm like,
It's like
wait
the whole
a second.
Buffy and Angel thing with this
that
romance.
is not romantic.
Okay.
So it would be kind of like the anime, except that I don't want Mamoru and Usagi to like hate each other. I don't want him to be in like freaking college calling her a meatball head while she's 14.
Mamoru is who on the American adaptation?
Darren. Thank you.
Sorry.
I want it to be like an actual situation where like they are in love as themselves, but they don't know their pasts, right? So it's like Darren has a crush on Sailor Moon and Serena has a crush on Darren.
No, you can use Japanese version, but just let them know who you're.
Yes. You know, so it's like a whole like two-person love triangle, right? 2-person love triangle. And then it's like at the climactic moment they realize that they are the person that they were having.
And they try to do a love triangle.
Look at this! It's like literally like power, and I want it to be like Power Rangers level, you know, effects, like literally just like Power Rangers, but it's Sailor Moon.
I don't know why this was the only live action adaptation.
It was so good, and it was only like 16 episodes. It's tragic. It needs more. It deserves a second.
But they also
chance.
had like stage plays, right?
Yeah, they had stage plays because it was popular. It's just that like I don't know how their money works. I don't know how they make money, but like shows, like Japanese shows and Korean shows and like just Asian shows in general, they have a certain number of episodes and that's it.
Yeah,
like, they're done.
Yeah,
no matter how popular they were. So
they're frugal.
Yeah, they're frugal. Yeah, they're frugal. I don't know how they do it, but that's why we have to like have like an American budget, but for a Japanese Sailor Moon. Yeah, that's my pitch.
So you're done.
I'm done now for Sailor Moon. Go.
I bring the mic a little bit closer. You guys know. All right, here we go. Ooh, I gotta pee. Okay.
Me too. I stole your pee as well. As well as your pitch.
Obviously, I'm pitching Sailor Moon. Yes. Huge fan. This is what I got into after I got into Power Rangers, around like 6-7 years old. Okay, so we have Sailor Moon, right?
Yes.
But guess who the focus of the story was really supposed to be on? The basis of this film, the meta part of this property, Sailor V.
Yes.
Monaco.
Okay.
Monaco was supposed to be the focal point of the Sailor Scouts right here. Okay? You know, obviously a white girl. Let's just be honest. Okay? She's got the blonde hair, the blue eyes. We know what the Japanese do with their media. Who would I cast today?
Emma Stone. I'm sorry.
Not today. Little too old. Lily Reinhart of Riverdale.
Oh my God. All right.
Okay. Probably about 5 to 8 years ago, it would have been Blake Lively in this.
Okay, yes.
But now Riverdale's very popular. I think she has a following behind her. I think she can do because Sailor Moon can get pretty dark. She can do the dark. She can do the jovial character. So this film, this adaptation would actually centralize her character. Okay. And she has her cat Artemis, right? Mm-hmm. Let's get a picture of Artemis up there because he's awesome.
Artemis is awesome.
Who's
playing Artemis?
Who's going to play Artemis? Who's going to be like the voice actor from Artemis? Idris Elba. Idris is going to guide our character into discovering her powers, into her missions.
This is like a prequel. This is like
It's
a prequel. To Sailor Moon.
It's basically going to be a prequel, okay? Because it's nice. Yes, Sailor Moon, but I think we need a little build up to that. We need a little bit of a tester because it's hard with 5 women, like 5 anybody.
Right? What's
like
the point, then?
A 5-person cast, you need to have good cast chemistry. But I think, to get the jump start on that, let's just focus on one character for now. Let's test this franchise out. So we're going to have Lily Reinhart as Sailor V, Monaco. And we're going to have Idris Elba voicing a CGI character of Artemis the cat.
Thank you. That's a hard no.
You better stop it. I met him twice, okay? There's internet proof. He wants to do this.
You asked him, would you play Artemis in an adaptation of Sailor V?
So obviously our antagonist is the Negaverse, right? And Queen Beryl. Who should play Queen Beryl?
Oh, please tell me.
Guess who was like the biggest badass of the Marvel Universe besides Michael B. Jordan, my other husband? Kate Blanchett.
Ooh. All right.
Let's throw Kate Blanchett. Actually, I had Julianne Moore always fan casted in my head before I saw Thor Ragnarok. Then I saw Kate Blanchett do this role, and I was like, she is fucking badass. Let's dye her hair red. She's Queen Beryl, okay, of the Negaverse. Boom, okay?
I like it.
And then, so they're battling, whatever. She doesn't get defeated because obviously that's going to be the ultimate goal. That's going to be the ultimate defeat with the Sailor Scouts. At the end of the film, then we meet Usagi.
Okay.
A.k.a.
Usagi?
Serena.
Is she also white?
No.
Oh, thank God. All right.
I actually think Lana Condor could play this character.
All right. Lana Condor, Usagi.
Let's dye her hair blonde or give her a blonde wig.
Okay.
No, I actually thought she could play Sailor Mars for a minute. But then, when you think of To All the Boys Who I've Loved Before, she can, and if you think of Deadly Class, she can be a real good hero, and she could also be like that meatball head, that clumsy girl, that really good naive school girl, but she could also be a super strong character that you're going to be convinced can save the world and lead this team to victory.
I love it. Red Blue Blur gave us a super chat.
Super chat!
Continue to be our fave. My live action reboot is the Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. And I'm going to answer Andy's question. We are not Americanizing this. We're going to do this in Crystal, Tokyo. So it would be based in Tokyo. And, whether we're going to mix ethnicities or not, people travel, people move, they're study abroad. There are different ethnicities in every single country. We don't, we can mix it up anywhere we go.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. If only people would use that excuse when they just cast all white people in their medieval fantasies and say, oh, I'm sorry, black people couldn't find any boats.
Yes.
They couldn't come. There you go. I'm sorry, they weren't here.
Also, Crystal Tokyo was set way, way, way in the future, and that's what we can do here. But I think... So that is my pitch for a Sailor Moon. So it's basically a Sailor Moon Presents into what could possibly be a franchise film to meeting all 5 women.
Yeah. If I had to do a film, first off, Rebel Blur said that live action reboot would be the Powerpuff Girls, and I actually thought about that. I was like, maybe I'll do Powerpuff Girls, and I was like, no, Sailor Moon. It's like Powerpuff Girls, but better. But Powerpuff Girls would still be great.
Powerpuff Girls is tough.
Yeah, I love Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, wait, Tuxedo Mask, sorry. Sorry, thank you.
Who is it?
I do have Tuxedo Mask. No, that's creepy because Lana Condor.
But that's the thing. It
No,
would be like
but
a
I have
meta
another
commentary on the anime.
I have another thing.
Okay, tell us.
Crazy Rich Asians, Henry Golden.
How much older is he than Lana Condor?
11 years.
Okay, so it's
I looked this
it's
up.
still a little bit. Okay, it's fine. It's
Number one, when we saw the American dubbed version, right? Because I didn't really see the Japanese version, obviously.
obviously.
Darian was like in college, and Serena was a middle schooler.
And we would change this. We would
So,
change this.
This
Clearly.
is like the whole Buffy and Angel thing.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter here. But he's hot.
AJ,
he
nothing
can
but
wear
a
a
number.
tux. And I think he looks good with Lana. So.
All right. Now, I had a backup when I heard that.
Objectifying the male.
Exactly, objectifying
So what? You guys objectify women every day.
They look good together.
Yeah.
Alright.
He looks
I
good
had a
with a tux.
backup when I learned that I had stolen her show.
Okay.
So I would do, as I am wearing, a Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You're
shirt.
gonna reboot that. You're
I
gonna be
would
like,
do-
forget M.
I
Night
would just like
Shyamalan.
pretend like M. Night Shyamalan never did anything.
Yes.
Instead, we would do Avatar: The Last Airbender reboot, but from Sokka's perspective. And you know that episode, like, right before the finale, where they watch the play, like, the play version of Avatar, and just, like, messed up? So it would be, like, Sokka putting on a play of Avatar, and just, like, everything that he thought was happening.
Yeah.
So he would be, like, the narrator, and then everyone would be exaggerated, but from, like, how he felt. Right?
Okay.
So, like, Zuko would be, like, even more ridiculous.
Right.
And Aang would be, like, depowered, because it's, like, not as cool. And, like, Sokka would, like, randomly find, like...
So you're taking us more into like the comedy aspect
Yeah,
of things, and not
yeah.
so it's a serious action.
Right, it wouldn't be like a... Because, again, I don't think you really need... You know, you've got Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? And I don't really need, like, people pretending like they're moving.
So you don't want to reboot that. You
Yeah.
just want to do a different
Right,
interpretation.
it would be like
of
a
that.
meta commentary on Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
And
for sure.
Avon Jogia would be Sokka. Yes. There you go. That's my Sokka. Right there.
Sucks.
He is wonderful.
So there we go.
Yes.
I think that's it. Jezzer, what do you want? The people to vote on this or what?
Yes, vote in the chat.
He says.
Which Sailor Moon version do you want?
Wait, are you picking Sailor Moon or Avatar?
You can put either one.
Oh my! You had
That is-
two.
Okay, fine. Really? Which Sailor Moon version? We
Okay.
all agree that Sokka narrating Avatar: The Last Airbender would be the best.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay.
Which Sailor Moon version would you prefer?
Yes. There goes Toku.
Do you want
already?
Lily
You gotta
Reinhardt?
pay the troll toll.
Thank you, live studio audience, which has voted for Sokka.
Didn't I play video games with you? And I'm so sick of you.
So yes, do you want Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Season 2, basically, or rebooted Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, or
Or do
would
you
you
want
like
Sailor
Lily
V?
Reinhardt as Sailor V?
Yes. Sailor
Blackwing
V.
will take Miggy's version. Tokyo will take the stage.
Sailor V. I keep doing this for 30 minutes.
Oh my god, yeah, right?
Sailor V.
There
Red,
you
blue,
go.
blur. Red, blue, a blur. It, you know, it's
What?
hard. It's okay.
I
I'm really, really good at this.
I know that mine is superior, so it's fine. Roman Warriors.
Wait, no, Mikey, that's not the question.
That he would want that.
Oh my goodness. But as you guys are voting here again, I believe around 10 p.m., we're gonna get a bigger cast here. We're doing an impromptu after dark. After dark. We haven't done one of these in months. And it's gonna be fun. And unfortunately Tati wants to leave and go to sleep or
unfortunately, I want to sleep or something.
or
yeah.
something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
something
She's,
gross, like
she's
working.
ditching us.
Yeah.
But anyway, we thank you guys for commenting on this chat here, for supporting us, and tell Justin that I hate him because he's at South by Southwest.
Oh, that's why
But,
you
like,
hate him. That's why you hate
Yeah,
him.
that's the
Because he's
only
living his
reason
best
why.
life.
Living his best life.
Turning green.
Yes, turning green, having fun. So yes, make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, THS Hashtaggers. We get into a bunch of great debates there, posting articles, doing whatever, talking about Captain Marvel's makeup. You know, the usual here. Red Blue Blur has his booth, so he's going to be joining us
On YouTube, right? Or
on
is it gonna
YouTube.
be-
It
yeah.
will be here, so just stick around on this channel
Literally right after this.
right after this.
So just like, start it right up.
All right, so Blackwing's gonna try to stick around. So I think I won this, Toddy. I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
that's all right. That's all right.
It's hard to come up against me.
It's okay.
You know,
I still
it's
love
okay.
you.
It's okay.
I still love you, even though all
love
of you
you
are
too.
wrong.
I love you too. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next week at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for the super chats, Red Blue Blur. Thank you so much. Blackwing, Toku, Andy, thank you for jumping in the chat
Yeah,
here.
lovely to see you, Andy.
Send the Rain. That's a new
was
one.
me. I'm Send the Rain.
Tyree HD. All of you guys, thank you so much for your support.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. So be sure to comment right after this video, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with everything trending
In geek pop culture.